Hello everyone. Today's film is going to be a little bit different. Well, one, it's me and not Steve, and we haven't had that for a long time. But the other reason is that I want to talk about a subject that some people can find a bit uncomfortable, but it's very relevant, caravan camping and holidaying, and that's toilets and washrooms. So why am I talking about that? Well, I have referred in the past to, in various films over the last couple of years, to the fact that I work with an organisation called the Loo of the Year Awards. The Loo of the Year Awards has been going almost 40 years, but my clients, Becky Wall, BEM, and her husband Charles, took it over in around 2021. And they've been building it up ever since. And I believe so strongly in what they do that I thought it was worth doing a short film. And the relevance to us is that each year more and more independent caravan and camping sites are beginning to enter the awards. And the reason for that is that if you've got good washrooms, shower blocks and toilets, it's a unique selling point. It's a really good selling point, and a number of people will come back to your premises if they know they can rely on those facilities being good. Now, all of us need loos, and you'll have seen in various films that I'll often talk about the toilets, you know, are they decent? Are they not decent? Are they light? Are they nice? What are they like to actually spend time in? But with the Loo of the Year Awards, it's much more than that. So I thought I would run through some of that with you. The actual awards day is every January, but it's not just about trophies and accolades with the Loo of the Year Awards. What happens is that you or I or anyone, we could go to a caravan and camping site, a hotel, a cafe, a restaurant and think, oh, the washrooms there were really good. I'm going to nominate them for the Loo of the Year Awards. And you can do that online or however way you want to. You can email the team at the Loo of the Year Awards, but you need to know what the venue's called, where it is, and ideally an email address. And then what happens, the team will get in touch with that venue and they will say, do you want to be part of this? i.e., do you want to be inspected? Because that's key to this. It isn't just about winning an award, highly recommended, or winning an overall trophy. It's about a willingness to allow an inspector to come into your premises. You won't know them when they're coming, and to be graded. And the grading is rigorous, I can tell you. Now, there are fees associated with this, so the venue has to pay for the inspection. It's not a huge amount, it's less than £200. And they can also pay extra to get a feedback form. And many caravan and camping sites do that because they not only want to know where they sit in terms of grading, they also want to know how they can improve and get better. And that is a common theme for caravan and camping parks. They want to get better. So you're graded. So if you think of those food hygiene things, you'll have seen them on restaurants where it's like 1 to 5. It's actually 0 to 5. It's graded as 1 to 5 on the window stickers, but it's 0 to 5. So 0 is really bad, need to do work, might be shut down. 5 is excellent. And we look at those and we may, if food is important to us, judge whether or not we use that facility. And maybe a 3 to a 5 will be forgiving of that, but anything below that we'll probably think, nah, don't want to go there again. It's the same with Loo of the Year Awards. What happens is an inspector goes in. The inspections usually take place in August and September. And that premises is judged against over 100 criteria. So those criteria will then be related to a grading. Now, the criteria include things you would expect. It's things like, is it clean? Has it got loo paper? Do the doors work? Does it smell nice? Is it well looked after? Does it have sanitary bins? Does it have sinks? Does it have soap? Does it have hand wash, hand dryers, hand towels? So it will look at all the things that every public washroom should have by law, so compliance things, and then it will grade the other things that make it just a little bit extra special. So that might be period dignity products, for example, in a ladies' loos. It might be having flowers, having nice decor, playing music. It could be having someone that comes in and cleans more than the statutory minimum. There's a whole range of things. And increasingly, it could be things like in men's toilets, bins. There's a campaign that you might have seen called Bins for Boys. So men, for example, who are being treated for prostate cancer may need to wear products too. And this is about not being embarrassed about that, but catering for as many people as you can. You can be marked for being dementia friendly. You can just tell I've learned a ton of things that I didn't know about Lou. So for example, colour for someone who's got dementia is really important, because in different stages of dementia, you can use your ability to discern colour. And the last colour that goes is red. So you can find on some really excellent toilets that door handles and aids to get in and out, especially in the disabled toilet, are red in colour. That means often because it's dementia friendly. But it might not just mean that. You might have toilets that consider people who are neurodivergent. So don't have loud noises, for example. Even might have doors that open outward and not inward. All sorts of criteria are looked at and judged accordingly. And then a score is given. And each year, before the inspection starts, the inspectors get together, and I know because I've been with them, to make sure they're judging as fairly as they can and evenly as they can across the whole of the UK and Ireland. This is Northern Ireland. So they do the whole of the UK and Northern Ireland. And so it is as fair as it possibly can be. And you will be graded from bronze, silver, gold, platinum, platinum plus, and the highest rating is diamond. Only about 5% are going to hit diamond, and that's where everything is in place. And then venues are given that grading, and they can display it if they want to. And then if they pay extra, they can then get a report that says how they can improve. And then from all of those entries, and you're talking 1,500 to 2,000 entries per year, from all of those, trophies are awarded, and they are trophies that reward the best of the best in England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland. The trophies and the awards will also look at things that most of us don't even think of. So washroom technician, the best washroom technicians, those that go in and clean toilets and really spend time and take pride in their work. Those that supply products into toilets, you know, sanitary bins, you know, hand dryers, you know, towels, all the little things that go into a loo that we can take for granted and we don't think about. Also, venues that are the most improved, that have made very clear efforts to improve from a previous year. Now, Becky and Charles, who run the award system, they ran a business called Plush Flush for many years, where they have luxury mobile toilets that they took around to events, festivals, agricultural shows. And they entered the awards themselves because they wanted a quality mark that showed that they took pride in what they did. And so they were entries to the Lou of the Awards before they actually took it over. Now, Washroom Technician of the Year for this current year is a guy from London called John Heritage, and he looks after various toilets in the city of Westminster, public toilets. John takes great pride in his work, so it's not just about cleaning the toilets. If he comes across people behaving badly, antisocial behaviour, he'll try and have a word with them. Try and talk to them about being more respectful, but in a language people can understand. And he takes pride in that. And then as far as caravan and camping sites go, we've already visited a couple of times Oakmoor in Devon, and we interviewed the couple that ran it. So if you look at our previous films, you'll see that. They were at the awards this year. They also got a highly commended award. Another site, which is in the Lake District, called Highgrove, I think it's called, Hillcroft, sorry, called Hillcroft. They got a Most Improved award, and they were good anyway. And then the Lifetime Achievement Award went to a family from the Brecon Beacons area. Their site is called Penkelly Castle Caravan and Camping Site. The family are called the Reese family. And a lovely story there. It was a farm, a small holding, run by a husband and wife. And they had an aunt that loved caravan and camping, and she used to come and say, you ought to have a caravan and camping site here, have a caravan and camping site here. And then one day, as a joke, they put a little sign up when she was due to visit, just a handmade sign that said caravan and camping site over there, as a joke, because she was coming. And as Gerwin, who runs the site, was banging in the sign, a couple of blokes in a camper van pulled up and said, "How much, mate, for us to camp in your field overnight?" And then, I'm talking more than 20 years ago, he said, "Oh, 50p?" Didn't know what to charge. And that was the start of it. And now they take great pride in this. It's a thriving business. And the sons now take over and run that business. And Steve and I will definitely be visiting and reviewing that site very, very soon. If not this year, certainly next year, if time allows. And it's in the Brecon Beacon, so there's loads of lovely places that you can go. But they take great pride in their toilets, and in fact, we'll be, as you'll see in this, we'll be able to show you a couple of pictures that they've kindly given us that shows you what pride they take. So what I'm saying is, you know, we all need to consider washrooms, and some of us, especially as we age, will have different and increasing needs over time. You know, if we're a wheelchair user or we've got limited mobility, then our needs change and we need more access, we need more space. If we're dealing with an issue such as Crohn's or colitis or IBS, you can't wait for a loo then. You've got to be able to access a loo quickly. And we should be praising those sites that really look after us in that regard. I don't know if you agree with that. So I guess really the point of today is to appeal to all of us to actually praise any site that's got great loos. Maybe we don't be negative about those that are not so great unless we feel they need to have some feedback, but let's praise those that are doing well and encourage them to do even better, and maybe point them towards the Loo of the Year awards so that we get more caravan camping sites, holiday venues, tourist attractions actually being graded for the service that they provide, which is a most basic service, a service we all need, though some of us have much greater needs than others, and that's okay. But we should not feel that we're left out or not included when it comes to access to good toilets or to good washrooms. Anyway, I hope that's been vaguely interesting. We'll be back soon. Please don't forget, please like, subscribe and hit the little bell. See you next time.